nice little flight from Colombo in Sri Lanka over to Madrid. Arriving into Oman, of course, had to drive around a little bit. Can't fly straight because this is Saturday now, and on Tuesday the Americans and Israelis, they bombed some big facilities, so quite a lot of rockets flying around. And the Qataris had their LNG plants partly blown up. We couldn't see anything, everything was dark because we were in clouds. But as we approached, everything looked fine, and that's when the airplane started going in different directions. So we circled around, as you can see, very close to Iran, and that circling kept going. The captain said that the flight was delayed because of other aircraft, but we circled for maybe an hour, or actually about 90 minutes, quite a long time, and could follow on the maps that we were indeed circling like a real spaghetti over beautiful blue waters that we could not see because we were in the clouds all the time. That circling kept going, and constantly we were reminded that's because there were so many other commercial aircraft in the air all the time. But finally we got the chance to start going in, and as you can see from the map, it's very close to Iran, a very short distance. We couldn't see anything, and then suddenly we got the okay that we can go through, and the distance from where we were circling was very short. They were telling us that it was 90 minutes, 60 minutes, whatever, and suddenly we came through the clouds, and they said, okay, now it's only 6 minutes to go and we'll be landing, and indeed that's what happened. So we went through the clouds for another 6 minutes, and then we saw Qatar in front of us, which was lovely, and total quiet. There were a couple of cars driving around, so in a way it looked entirely normal, as you can see as we came flying in. But not as many as you normally see when you come to Qatar. Normally it's very busy. The number of flights in total for the full day was like this, so truly not many flights in the air, about 12, and most of the airport was entirely empty, although there were some areas where there were some passengers. And we went into the aircraft and we sat, and this is the camera from the aircraft, we sat and waited for maybe 2 hours until the aircraft would take off on the next flight over to Madrid, and then it did take off, which was a bit of a relief. Good, so up in the air we went, and everyone wondering what's going to happen next. Of course, quite a few passengers were a little bit worried, but all in all, it was simply a question of having an hour or two of delay just before we landed, and then a couple of hours delay sitting on the tarmac, and then we flew over the beautiful waters, and I kept reading my book, which was a pleasure, and it was time to fly back to Madrid, and that's about that, time to enjoy the clouds.